Building your business yet? You better listen. And here we go with the most important topic on my whole channel. How do I build a business as a student living abroad? Is it possible? Well, let me tell you, yes it is. There is just one simple question. Are you willing to take every step that it has to be done to make your business happen? I'm gonna show you how to do it if so. So at the beginning, I just wanna let you know a little bit of myself. How did I come to the decision to study in Australia and why so far away from Colombia? So I arrived to Australia when I was 17 and people were like, why did you come so young when you don't know nothing? And that wasn't my case. I really knew that Australia was a beautiful country that had the surfing lifestyle, the beautiful nature and things that I really wanted for my lifestyle. So if you really know a place that you love and you had a dream to go, and if you have the possibility to do so, don't give yourself any excuses. So my initial plan was to stay just for 8 months to study English, and I became obsessed with the lifestyle. The people were awesome. I really had everything I've dreamed of, and everything that I was dreaming of was real. I couldn't believe it. I was in Australia and I was having the best time of my life as a 18-year-old, and I was meeting so many people, and it was just like, I definitely think those were the best years of my life, like 18, 19. Then at 19, I discovered my passion in film. So the passion through film came from high school. I have done like a little short film, and then I started to get a bit deeper onto the editing techniques, how films were made, and everything just kind of took place. In this point, when you find your passion, there is lots of distractions, like oh, do I want to do something related? But you just need to like find the focus and tell yourself, what has made me come to a decision, this is my passion. In my case was I loved editing. When I was a kid, I used this very old program called Movie Maker, and I used to do family videos with lots of photos with these crazy effects that the program had. It was pretty cute. And I used to edit those things a lot around 10 years old, and things sometimes make sense in our childhood, on our initial steps. Something gets us and we have to go back sometimes to find that passion. In my case was editing, and I really love editing. Therefore, I really love video and film, videography, everything that has to do with digital video. It's definitely my page. And the next topic, it's overcoming visa challenges as a student. Okay, we have talked a bit about, like, you know, shake off all the fears and make yourself ready. You found your passion, you know what you want, you're ready to start your business. But you're a student living abroad. There is nothing to do, right? That's very optimistic. But let me tell you something. There is so much to do. Even if you're a student abroad and you think that you don't have the same rights or the same possibilities than a permanent resident or a citizen in a country abroad, like in my case, I'm a student in Australia. How am I gonna become my own business? How am I gonna make something big instead of working for others? My passion is what I wanna work for, and there is a business plan that you can do. Those steps will make sure that you find yourself a job in your passion, making your own business. And I'm gonna cover those things in another episode, but from now on, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta start your own business. Now we know there is some limitations with our visas, so we can have different pathways in order to maintain our legal status in a country, like studying, become a work holiday maker, and it depends on your country citizenship. But in my case, I'm from Colombia. My easier pathway is to be a student at the beginning, complete a diploma, then apply for a postgraduate visa, and after that I'm able to work, which allows me then to be sponsored by an employer. That is the way that you can do at the beginning. Get sponsored by an employer, but you have to work for a company. And that is the first step, maintaining your visa status. Okay, the next thing is balancing work and study. Can be hard, right? But you can still pay your bills while you're building your business. Sounds hard, but it's possible. By maintaining focus 30% of your day, just get that small percentage of your day into making all your business plan. Make the tasks, make sure you complete your to-do list, make sure all your schedule is right, make sure that you find the right programs to work with, and find a strategy to work and the right time. Never find yourself cluttered around many distractions. Even the space you are in can be a distraction. What if I have a mess everywhere? You cannot just get focused, right? At least in my case, I would become crazy. After you have finished the job that pays your bills in order to start working for your business. In my case, I have a barista job in the morning, and then I complete that job around 2 p.m. and then after that I'm able to work in my business in the afternoon. Then that's how you do it. You set yourself a bit of a space in order to work for that. So come to terms with that reality check. So in my case, that came when I realized that I needed to set up my business in order to avoid working for others indefinitely. That is not what I wanted to do. That's what you have to ask yourself. Are you willing to take everything that needs to be done? The next thing I want you to talk about is build a network. And that is the number one thing I wish I knew when I first arrived to Sydney. At the beginning in Sydney, as a student, I was just 23 years old. I needed to meet new people. I wanted to make new friendships, and I started going out a lot, you know, as every 23-year-old does. I just went a little bit overboard, and let's say I was not getting anything accomplished. I was just working for others and making myself enough money to live. That is not what we want to do. Then after I became way more picky in order to find relationships that really complemented what my passion was and helped me to collaborate with videos and photo shoots, things that really upgraded my portfolio, and people that gave me tips in order to exchange different knowledge and have better success in the future. So you need to find the right people in the beginning instead of going overboard like I did. So the next topic I want to talk about, it's going to be back in the visa aspect of things. So in the legal side, you have to have a visa, as we know, but how are you going to maintain that status, and how are you going to follow those steps in order to achieve a permanent resident if you want to? Setting up a permanent residence is the best way to have more grounds to set up your own business. You can find more jobs easier, you can get sponsored, you can get more opportunities, you can travel abroad, get opportunities internationally. There's so many things. In order to do that, in my case, you can follow a pathway. It's a visa scheme that follows some steps in order to arrange different visas in the process that you complete your studies, and after that you can find working visas that sponsor you in order to find a permanent residence after you completed some time. This is very possible to do if you commit yourself, and something I wished I've done is to plan things better in order to make those things happen quicker. And if you have a business plan to do, you need to set the rules and set up yourself for success. And the best ground to do it is to know what your plans are in the visa perspective. Now, the time management and financial discipline. All right, here we go. I was not the best at this, but definitely if you want to have time to set up a business plan, you need to manage your time effectively. For this, I have many things that I'm gonna cover in my next video, which is about time management. But these are the simple things that you have to do. Set up a to-do list every single night. Don't be too sleepy because you have to focus, but set up this to-do list every time at night. Then in the next day, you don't know how rewarding it's gonna be when you complete that to-do list. Everything is gonna be checked, and during the day, you're gonna have that to-do list and you're gonna be completing things, and you're not gonna like start thinking, oh, what I have to do next. No, you already have the to-do list, so you're gonna be straight away working on whatever's next. This is the best thing that I've done ever. The other thing is the financial discipline that you really need to master by finding low budget accommodation. Also start cooking, make yourself weekly preps for meals so you don't have to spend in takeaways every time. And also make sure you don't spend all your money in leisure like social activities or drinks, but you do it for your own equipment. If we're talking about film, you need film equipment. And even if you're starting to shoot with your phone, you do need more technical skills with cameras, lighting, and you need the cameras and the lighting. So I would definitely recommend find yourself a cheaper lifestyle in order to put all your finances on that equipment. Now, daily habits and discipline. This is the most important part of the whole video. Like, this is the big deal. This is the most important thing. Motivation is not gonna be enough. Discipline, it's gonna be enough. For me, discipline means self-studying. Self-studying is the number one thing that is gonna build your discipline. It's just like working for someone else, but in this moment, you're setting yourself for work, so you need to work for yourself. And the only way to work for yourself at the beginning is to self-study. That is what's gonna make all the difference when you're gonna be out there in a very competitive market. You're gonna have all these skills, and as we say, you're gonna work smarter and not harder. So self-study is the number one thing. You need to set up a study plan. You need to set up time to see a lot of videos about what your next topic of interest is, what you need to study for achieving new marketing skills, new editing skills, new directing skills, things that matter. So I would really recommend to spend some of that hard-earned money in a really good course. That would really make a difference for you. This is a very important one. Prioritizing business over social life, it's what I wish I knew before when I was studying. When I was studying, I was, as I told you, very distracted. I was needing some social connection. As a student, we get lonely in a different country. But that doesn't mean that we have to leave our goals in order to achieve emotional stability. We're definitely not gonna come to our own success if it's not done by ourselves. It doesn't matter that you leave some of your friends and some of your dates for another period of your life, but that's what I wish I've done when I was starting out, building my business. And you know what? Sometimes you're gonna come across as cold. Just like tell them, dude, I'm unboxing success, and this takes like 6 months, you know? It's not coming, magical. You have to definitely set yourself very realistic expectations. And this is gonna come by leaving those things for another period when you can have money to spend. Now, the good news is that the next topic is not that depressing. I didn't tell you that you can hang out, guys. Come on, you're talking with me. We're celebrating, right? We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate. This is our nature. We need to celebrate our little goals. So the most important thing is to track your achievements. How do we do that? With the previous point, which is to-do lists. And those to-do lists are very crucial because those are gonna be the tracking points we're gonna have to see which steps we have achieved in order to celebrate them. We need to celebrate our accomplishments. That doesn't mean that we're gonna celebrate every time we wake up at 5 a.m. But we need to celebrate achievements that we have accomplished and we have proven record of, and celebrate them. And that means saying yes to that party that you had planned for the next weekend, yes. But just if there is a proven fact that you're ready to continue for the next step. Now, to summarize, guys, I really appreciate you for taking the time to see this video. This is a very, very long journey. This journey takes a lot of courage, but as students living in a country abroad, we need to set up ourselves for success because our dreams matter and we're gonna make them happen. and reassuring we have the goals, the discipline, the proven record of it, great planning, great time management, all of these things, we're gonna be able to make our own business happen. Let's make that video business. Thank you for joining me in this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next video.